Well, we turn now to a NewsNation border report where Mexican cartels have a system for getting migrants across the border undetected. Earlier this week, we showed you exclusive video of smugglers using ladders and ropes to send people over the border wall. It's a lucrative business for the cartels, and Border Patrol can't stop it. NewsNation's Nichole Berlie is live in Naco, Arizona. So, Allie, we understand you have new photos of armed suspected cartel members working along the border.
Yep, that's what we got our hands on here. And really, when it comes to the southern border, the cartels are the only ones winning. That's what law enforcement tells me every single day, because, Kelly, the cartel is taking home $2.6 billion a year doing their operations like this. So let's take a look here at those images that we were able to obtain that show these suspected cartel members. You can see they are armed. They're carrying what my law enforcement sources say are AR-15 style rifles. You can see one of them is also wearing body armor. Now, this happened near the Frenton, Texas area. This is in the Rio Grande Valley sector in the southeast portion of Texas. These images were captured on Texas DPS cameras, but they were flagged by Border Patrol, who has access to those cameras. This happened August 5th. And specialized teams, including BORTAC, which is basically the SWAT arm of Border Patrol, they went out searching for these men, but they came up empty-handed. So that means that these three individuals got away, and they are likely somewhere in the United States. And these images here that you're looking at were released by Texas DPS of armed guides ushering people across the Rio Grande in the Eagle Pass area. And it shows just how much the dangers for migrants and law enforcement are increasing at the southern border. And this all comes as 10 AK-47 style assault rifles and 20 30-round magazines were seized by CBP officers at the Nogales port of entry this week. The port director reporting the serial numbers were removed from those rifles that were about to be illegally exported to Mexico, saying they were most likely headed to support cartel violence there. And it is all about the money for these criminal organizations. They charge every single person crossing over. They're orchestrating it all. This is not free. We watch their human assembly line operations unfolding on the Mexico side, just operating in broad daylight, knowing that they won't face consequences, because Border Patrol can only take action if they are threatened. So the cartel doesn't threaten them. They just send person over after person over the wall. And during yesterday's Oversight Committee hearing in what is being called Ground Zero for America's border crisis, I talked to lawmakers about the footage that we captured. They believe Mexico needs to be doing a better job in securing its side of the border. What's your reaction to that video, and what's your reaction to the lack of Mexico's response? And again, this is happening on U.S. soil. There's just a wall in between.
Well, it's very unfortunate, and the two things that Mexico is able to do with the President Trump's administration that really helped and actually worked was, one was the Remain in Mexico program that we instituted, and they were able to take these migrants back into Mexico. And the second is to putting their own National Guard on their border that deflected a lot of the activity before it even reached the border. These two things combined had a real impact, and both of those are things that Mexico can do. So we're going to make sure that.
So you can see the representatives reacting there to that footage that we were able to catch. This is where that footage was captured, and it's happening every single day, Kelly. It's something that we witness right when the sun is coming up. Every single morning it happens down here in Naco, Arizona. Now, something interesting that the committee members were telling me is that they have actually created a subcommittee specifically to combat the cartels. Representative Andy Biggs and Representative Siscomani are both on that task force as well, Kelly.
We are so grateful for the diligent work of Border Patrol. What a maddening situation. Nichole Berlie, thank you as always.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.